Why do I run? What is the reason behind me running and me trying to improve? And it's a bit of a loaded question. It's you versus you. You keep driving through the little pieces of pain that you're experiencing in your legs and your chest and your lungs. Like that goes a long way. Running wasn't this thing that was natural to me. Like, I wasn't a natural born runner. I didn't have this natural attraction to running. Like, the reason I started running is because I knew I wanted to join the military. And I knew not only that running would make me a better officer, it would prepare me for what I was about to experience, but it was a trait, it was a characteristic, it was something I had to be better at in order to be a better leader. And for me, I remember vividly being in Fort Benning, Georgia. We were running in these ability groups. So there was an Alpha group, there was a Bravo troop, there was a Charlie group. And the Alpha group were these skinny, small guys who were so fast. So I would force myself to run with the fast guys. It was extremely uncomfortable. It sucked. It hurt. I wanted to be this well-rounded leader, and that's why I started running. So through my time in the military, running was just a part of me. And then when I left the military, when my contract was up and I transitioned out, that part of me naturally felt like it should have just stopped. I should have stopped running. But the thing was, there was something that was missing from me. And I think it has to do with a personal trait, wanting to get better, wanting to constantly improve, wanting to go one more all the time. Running was something that naturally came back into my life. Signing up for marathons and trying to push myself and do triathlons and the Ironman, and now attempting to qualify for the Boston and run ultra marathons. And it naturally came back because there's this correlation between constantly wanting to improve and running for me. But running in itself has such a positive correlation to my personal drive to improve, to build my business, to build my brand, where it's you versus you. And there's no rest. Depending on what you're training for, you might be running for an hour, 2, 3, 4 hours straight, plus, depending on what race you're doing, you're training for. And the thing is that you're sucking. You're embracing that discomfort where your body is constantly telling you to stop and slow down. It's begging you. Your body is sending your mind these signals too. I'm tired. I need rest. But it's the fact that your mind just drives the bus. Your mind drives your body to keep pushing through that. When you take the lessons you learn from running and constantly flipping that switch and telling your body, no, my mind's driving through this, I apply these lessons to running to every part of my life. I want to build my businesses. I want to become a better person. And what I'll always remember is when I was training for a marathon about a year ago, and my coach described this to me, where you get to a point where you're running for hours and miles upon miles, and your legs hurt, and your mind starts to wander. And at that point, you just start to listen to the birds, to embrace every part of that environment, that experience. And pull yourself away from this situation, listen to the birds, and allow yourself to soak that up. And when I started doing that, I found this creative space for me. Every part of this world that we live in right now, there's distractions everywhere. And when you can just run, you and yourself, on an open road for hours, you eliminate those distractions. There are no distractions. And that's where I've been able to find my most creative space. And that is why I run.